Gonna be here from around 7 all the way till 9 o'clock tonight, and we're hoping to give out some really good prizes, and we'll be streaming you guys live on the Pilot TV's Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota.
Absolutely, and if you guys are at a couple of those locations like the Rustic Trail, Municipal Liquor Store Palisade, Eagles New Brighton, Beer Stove Red Wing, or even Beer Stove Inver Grove, you guys are getting to watch us on one of those brand new Shining Pilot TVs as we make our way to having over 200 of them out with you guys in Minnesota.
Definitely some great stuff, so send in pictures with those great Pilot TVs. We like seeing those. We got 4 seconds before we're in this next game. Can't wait to see what the players are looking like, see who's going to be getting those big points. But let's talk about who's won those big jackpots yesterday, because we gave out 5 different jackpots yesterday, making our rolling week 25 jackpots for the week, 518 for this season 11.
Absolutely, that's what I like to see. And that first one we gave out yesterday went out to Cool DJ Tina over at American Legion Brainerd, who got to take home $1,702.78.
Well, good job, Cool DJ Tina. I like that name. It's a fun one.
Absolutely. That cool is spelled with a K, too, if you guys didn't know.
Exactly. A little extra spice to that one. We do have BP Money getting the second jackpot of that Tuesday, playing at Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato, taking home $628.
Nicely done.
We do have a newcomer to that first place spot in these games, Abby. Let's see if she can hold on to it for very long. And no, TDCRC is taking over quickly, and I'm sure it's going to be moving around quite a bit. I see one of Curtis's favorite players out there.
Dr. Pirate.
Yeah, good old Dr. Pirate. I don't know how I feel about it, you know. Do you trust a Dr. Pirate? Because, you know, the doctor comes first before the pirate. But,
I mean, he's earned his PhD.
he's also a pirate.
That's true.
He could be a doctor in
He
pirating.
may save your life, but steal all your money.
But what if he just has a doctorate in pirating?
Oh, that could well be it.
Yeah, and then he's just
Then it gets a little tricky. I don't know if you can trust him then.
yeah, swindling you. So I don't know how to feel about it quite yet, but I know Curtis is a big fan. So we see you, Dr. Pirate, in that second place spot.
Absolutely. But that the third jackpot that we ended up giving out yesterday went out to Mick Bob over at Mick's office, who took home $746.
Good job, Mick Bob. We also had Trixie over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill, taking home the largest jackpot of the Tuesday. We had $9,035 go out to Trixie. I think it might be the largest jackpot of this week so far.
Love to see it. Congratulations, Trixie. But it didn't stop there. I even had one more jackpot going out yesterday, and it went out to Al Pal over at Sunset Lanes, who got to take home $1,073.20 to finish out our day.
Al Pal.
Are you just singing along to the Zoo Pals theme?
Exactly, and just changing it to Al Pal. We do got Big Daddy. Oh, wait, no. TDCRC is taking over that first place spot
Fighting
once
for that
again.
spot.
It's going back and forth between them and Big Daddy. We'll see who ends up being in that first place spot. Let's check the plays out, though, because some of this really matters on how many plays they have left, because Abby in fourth place is really close to being done with their plays. But then you also have players behind her like Mad Hatter, who has a significant amount of plays left, and we'll see if they can get into that top 5 in just a little bit.
Absolutely, but TDRC only have a little over half their plays used, and so they're sitting pretty nice. They will have to look out for Big Daddy as well as Free Willy, though, as they're closing in behind them.
Yeah, all 3 of those players really tight-knit with 14,000, 15,000 for the first place player. We'll see who ends up on top.
Absolutely, but we have something super exciting to announce, as we are going to be releasing our 5th E-Tab game of the year so far. It's going to be hitting the iPads tomorrow, so definitely be looking out for a little bit a later gator. It is going to be a super fun E-Tab game that you guys will definitely want to check out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more about it. I want to hear your guys' reaction on it, hear what the bonus round is like, because I need to go on to, because I bet there's a preview of it on our Facebook page if it's coming out tomorrow. And so I would go check out that Facebook page to see if you can check out that bonus round. And
Absolutely. And not to mention, while you're there, you might as well just give us a follow and a like, because that way you can keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, bid progressives, player pictures, and so much more. If you're new to Pilot Games, you can check out that link tree and check out direct links to all of our social medias, our different streams, pgl.world, as well as all the locations around Minnesota where you can play Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah, just about 5 hours ago, we had a nice preview of it get posted on that Facebook page. You should definitely go check it out. It looks like it is a lot of fun. I'm super excited to see what your guys' reaction is. is.
Absolutely. Definitely go look at that and give us your feedback. We'll talk about it more tomorrow and get some live action feedback from you guys out there playing.
Yeah, but did you talk about all the options that our Facebook page has?
Oh, yeah.
Every single one?
Every single
because
one.
there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them.
And so definitely check it out if you haven't done so. We do have TDCRC still in that first place spot. Let's see if they can hold on to it, as Free Willy has a significant amount of plays left.
Yeah, but there's about a 3,000-point difference, and so we'll have to see if that's going to be made
Whoa,
up.
a lucky play may be needed for them to catch up to CDCRC.
Absolutely. But you guys know each and every day we get our day started off right. Monday through Friday, we start our day at 11:30 when we talk about a little bit of Cup of Joe, where we come back live with you guys and we talk about where all the money is starting off for the day, as well as where all the player shakeups happen from the day prior. So you guys will definitely want to check that out. It's a little 20-minute segment that gets your day started off right while you're having your very own Cup of Joe. And right after that, it leads you right into the Twins Bingo that we get to play from 12 to 1 each and every day. And that jackpot did not go out today, and so tomorrow you'll get another opportunity at a jackpot over $5,000.
Super excited for that Twins Bingo jackpot. I'll see if I can give it out tomorrow, because I think it's me and Will on air for tomorrow trying to give that great jackpot out. But after that, you even get some more fun 25-cent edition games, as you got the Jackpot 125-cent edition that runs every single day from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. There's a mega, major, and minor prize that are all available in that game. And the minor prize clicks up 4 balls every $50, starting off at that 52 ball count, will quickly rise to 64 balls or less.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And then we have very similar rules once we hop into our happy hour show that runs from 4 all the way till 6. Ian and I will be back with you guys tomorrow for that show, where we kick off with that first round of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 4 p.m. And you guys will get an extra opportunity right at 6 p.m. as well. There's always that great jackpot on the line for you guys there. But sandwiched right in the middle of those two games are the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter that have those similar rules. And it's every $100 that ball count clicks up 4 in that minor. It's definitely a lot of fun. We give out a couple each and every day, and so you guys will definitely want to go and play. Not to mention there's always that major and mega on the line as well.
Oh yeah, and those Lucky 4 Bingo games. I haven't been able to give out one of those jackpots yet, but I'm excited to do so at some point.
Absolutely, and it's clicking into about 17 grand right now, and so you guys will definitely want to check that out tomorrow. I'm sure we would have heard if it went out in our happy hour show today.
Yeah, I'm sure. But after that final game of Lucky 4 Bingo at 6 p.m., you get a little bit of Skull Bingo action, which was running just an hour before we got on air. It ran from 6 all the way till 7 today, but tomorrow it's going to be running from 6 all the way till 10 with a coverall jackpot that you can win in 50 balls or less, a large frame jackpot that you can win in 43 balls or less, and a line prize jackpot that you can win in 10 balls or less. And you guys will have some more Skull Bingo happening after this Twins Wednesday from 9 all the way till 10.
Oh yeah, you guys will get a full for an hour for you guys, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. But as you guys know, we have 2 specialty nights a week, and right now we're playing a little bit of Twins Wednesday. You're in our first game right now, a little bit of Bingo action, and it's going to be a lot of fun for the rest of these next 2 hours. We got a lot of fun games coming up for you guys. We got a high-low game where the biggest loser gets to take home a first-place prize, and not to mention a Jackpot Jungle finale game that's the 25-cent card edition tonight. So in 52 balls or less, you could take home a jackpot of $12,855. That's before you guys even get enrolled. And we just had our second specialty nights yesterday.
Yeah, really exciting stuff. MegaSota game night. We love MegaSota game night. The only time you get to see Tony and Nikki on the big screen trying to give out a bunch of different prizes. They play a bunch of a PGL tournament style game, as well as one game of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter.
That's right.
And they have a grand finale of Jackpot Jungle that you can take home $15,071. If you win it in 54 balls or less, you should definitely come out for that and see if you have a yeah, I need to clear my throat because I was getting a little scratchy there. But MegaSota game night, great time. Definitely come out from at 6:40 every single Tuesday.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, but the only way you guys can earn those points on those specialty nights is by signing up at pgl.world. We'll shout that out a little bit later to remind you guys, but pgl.world is an awesome way that you guys can sign up, get those PGL points, and stay in the know about things Pilot Games.
Yeah, really great stuff. We do have some national days that are super fun,
yeah.
But before we do so, let's check in with what is happening with our game, as there's only 40 seconds left in this game, so get all those plays in. Don't leave anything on the board, but it does look like
we got Hubba Bubba at 9.
We do have TDCRC holding on tight to that first place spot. With none of these other players having any plays left, it really seems like this is TDRC's game to win that $212, I think it is.
Yeah, it looks like our entire top 10 is out of place. So we might be seeing the winners right now, but we'll wait till the end of that count goes, and we'll get the tabulators to tabulate, and we'll get all that top 10 for you guys after this round gets over, because you never know. Someone could be jumping in from outside of those standings.
Yeah, you never really do know, because there are a lot of shakeups that can happen. One play can get you a lot of points in this game, but we finally hit zeros on the clock, and we are just waiting for the blue screen to confirm TDRC's win in this one right here.
Absolutely, and we'll see how much of that money goes to them in just a few moments. But we do have our first national day to get into, but we'll wait until this screen comes up. Is it going to happen now?
Yeah, it's going to happen right now.
Yep.
Yeah, TDCRC getting the win. Definitely some nice stuff. $205 going to them. And they were playing at the Twisted Sister at Pub 21 in ABBA.
Absolutely, but we'll get that entire top 10 as well as their winnings for you guys in just a few moments. But we'll get into our first national day, and this one is actually a world day, and it is World Milk Day. Real milk tastes like this, or takes the spotlight on World Milk Day, always on June 1st. The day is intended to bring awareness to the activities connecting to the dairy sector.
Okay, activities connected to the dairy sector. I mean, besides milking cows, I don't know what other activities are part of the dairy sector, but we'll see if we can find any other activities you can do.
Is it just the processing of dairy
maybe
products?
I just saw someone, they were roommates with a ex I'm trying to forget. I forget what it's called, but they knew how to churn butter.
Oh, okay,
And,
Amish.
Yeah, I think it was Amish or whatever. I know there's other parts that do probably the same thing, but they knew how to churn butter, and so they were just watching TV churning butter for their roommates, and it just that would be a fun dairy activity.
I actually see a lot of people making their own butter now with cooking and stuff. It seems to be really cool because they can infuse it with their own stuff, whether it be garlic, salt, rosemary, you name it. They're making it, and it looks so fun to make.
Oh yeah, I saw this is a reoccurring TikTok page that ended up on my For You page that I first saw them just churning butter in the living room, and they were kind of giggling about that they were just churning their own butter. But then their roommate left for like I think a 2-week trip or something like that, and she left them a big block of butter on the table for them to be able to use while she was gone, and I thought it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
That was her parting gift.
So they'd be taken care of while she was gone.
Yeah, they had all the butter they could possibly need.
That's a great roommate.
That definitely is a great roommate.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome if you could just have some freshly churned butter, just handmade for you guys.
Yeah, but we can look up some milk facts, I guess. I feel like that is easier to find than finding activities you can do in the dairy sector.
All right, well, we got some 10 facts that are going to blow your mind.
Well, frogs were put in milk to keep it from going sour.
Please tell me this is an outdated practice.
Okay, yeah, in ancient Russia, and even more recently, a single frog was placed in a milk bucket in order to keep it from going sour. Old enough, it worked. What's more, scientists who study this prevention technique discovered several new antibiotics doing so.
That is so weird.
Yeah, so it didn't only just help the milks stop from going sour. They actually figured out like there was antibiotics going into this, making this occurrence.
Interesting.
Weird.
I would never think to put a frog in milk, but hey, that's why we have scientists. Number 2, drinking whole milk over low-fat milk helps you avoid gaining weight.
I would have never expected that.
Neither would I. While it may seem like a counterintuitive, drinking high-fat whole milk has been found to help you avoid gaining weight. It is when it is compared with people drinking low-fat milk. It's believed that the whole milk is less likely to make us fat due to the bioactive substances in it, which alter our metabolism to burn more fat while drinking it.
Interesting. I would have never expected that. That's completely counter to what I would have originally thought. Milk can be made into a bioplastic.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's possible now to make an odorless, biodegradable, and anti-static plastic that is
Insoluble in
in
water.
Interesting. It's even nearly impossible for it to catch on fire.
That's awesome.
This is thanks to the interaction of
Casein.
which is contained in
Ew.
milk.
And formaldehyde. That's what they use to preserve bodies.
Interesting. That's a weird one.
That's like what you smell when like your lab class brings out
But
the
it makes
frogs
sense
and
because
stuff.
it's bio.
Yeah. These are just really interesting facts.
Yeah, I did. This is probably the most interesting fact list that we've had so
All
far.
right.
18 seconds, though, before we get into this game of Vikings victory, so don't miss out on it. We have some great small and large jackpot. The small one just went out. It's at $0, but it should be growing as you guys get enrolled. And the large is at $3,742, and we should be in this game in just... Well, now we're in this
Absolutely.
game, and so we'll keep on going through these milk fun facts.
All right. Well, number 4 is that Pennsylvania made it illegal to use milk crates for anything other than milk. If you're in Pennsylvania, be careful about using milk crates for carrying anything other than milk. If you use them for something else, it's considered unauthorized use. Punishments include a $300 fine and even could spend up to 90 days in jail.
That
Ouch.
is weird.
That's very weird.
I've used milk crates for all sorts of different things.
Absolutely. You can even just buy milk crates in various colors to use for storage.
That is crazy. Okay, milk was considered a food of the gods in ancient cultures. I think I've heard this before,
Yeah.
like milk and honey. Many cultures throughout the ages and spanning the globe placed the milk in their
Fundamental myths.
fundamental myths. The ancient Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, Indians, and others looked at milk as food of the gods and kept it highly valued.
Interesting. I mean, it was really highly valued until recently when people started having dietary issues with it.
Yeah, it really was.
Milk is a great post-workout recovery drink. All right.
I would have guessed that.
Yeah, whether you just worked out or have taken part in something physically demanding, you can quickly recover thanks to drinking milk. It includes carbohydrates, fat, protein, micronutrients that can all benefit you more than some other sports drinks promoted can be helpful with that post-workout recovery.
Now, this one really surprised me. Milk provides exceptional hydration. Not just that. If it is hydration you're after, you're going to get it with milk. In fact, it provides you with 1.5 times more hydration than water.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
How is milk more hydrated than water?
Yeah.
Because this makes 0 sense. It contains the sugar, lactose, and some protein and some fat, and it's more hydrating because of the fact that it has more of those nutrients.
Well, there you have it.
Interesting.
Milk's more hydrating than water. Drink milk instead of water.
Yeah, it'll keep your hydration happening over a longer period of time.
Oh, so it sustains it for
Yeah,
longer, too.
your body can hold the hydration longer than when it drinks water.
So
that is so weird.
So if I was about to go on a long run and I didn't want to drink a lot of water, like if I couldn't take breaks to drink water,
drink milk.
drink milk before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Super cool fact.
Did you know milk is the official state drink of 21 U.S. states?
Interesting.
That is almost half. If you live in one of the 28. If you live in one of the 28 states that have an official, only 28 of the 50 have official
Yes.
beverages. So if you live in one of the 28 states that have an official beverage, the chances are that it is milk. Out of the 28 states, 21 of them including everywhere else from New York to Oregon, have chosen milk.
Yeah, that is really, really interesting. Okay, milk has one of the most nutritionally dense foods on the planet. Milk is one of the lowest costing and more nutritionally dense food you can get today. It's packed in a nice essential nutrients our bodies need, including protein, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, riboflavin, and
Lysine.
There are also important vitamins, including vitamin A, D, and vitamin B12.
I mean, I drank a lot of milk as a kid, and I absolutely loved it. But the thought of drinking milk now, just in my leisure, it like pains me.
I would do it so much.
I haven't had real milk, just like a glass of it, in probably going on 6 years now.
Yeah, because you've
I've been trying to figure out whether it might be lactose, celiac, something like that, trying to be funky with my stomach. But I've realized that since I've stepped away from drinking real milk, I just don't want to go back. The thought of drinking like a glass of milk just scares my stomach.
just because you're fearful that it is that.
Yeah, I just, now.
Even though you'll eat a full thing of ice cream.
Right? Makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, but we have one last fact, and almost all milk produced today comes from family farms.
Okay.
Really, over 98% of all dairy farms in the United States are actually family farms. It means that if you're buying milk, it's almost certain that you are putting your dollar back into the national economy. And if you're buying local milk, it can directly support local families that work on those farms.
That's really, really cool. Well, definitely a fun National Day, World Milk Day. Next up on these national days, we got World Reef Awareness Day. World Reef Awareness Day on June 1st serves as a call to action for consumers, businesses, and organizations to reflect on the delicate ecosystem of our ocean's coral reefs. The day brings together the general public, influencers, and opinion leaders to create active change through education and engagement.
All right. Yeah, no, this is definitely a very important day as our reefs are taking a really big impact on pollution in the oceans. And so it's definitely a great day to educate everyone on it. And they have actually some pretty surprising facts about them.
Okay.
And did you know that a quarter of all marine life lives in coral reefs? Coral reefs make up a fraction of the ocean, less than only 1%, but they provide a home to around 25% of all the world's marine life. Over 4,000 different species of fish rely on coral reefs.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, corals are animals, not plants. A common misconception is that corals are plants or rocks, but in actual fact, they are animals. They are hard and soft varieties of coral which live together in large groups called colonies.
That's really cool. I don't think I knew that.
I think I always knew that because I always thought it was weird that Nemo got shocked exiting the coral. Wasn't it shock? Didn't the thing shock them as they were going out of their little circle hut?
I don't think so. He gets shocked by jellyfish.
I might be thinking the wrong thing.
Because remember
I just remember that it looked like it was living in the in there. And
I
so
don't necessarily remember. I haven't seen Nemo in quite some time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember why I questioned it, but I found out that it was actually a living thing.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I don't think I knew that. But also, 500 million people rely on coral reefs for food.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, coral reefs provide food for a variety of fish, which in turn provide food for humans, naturally. It's estimated that around 500 million people in the world consume fish found on coral reefs.
Wow. Coral reefs need sunlight to grow. Clear and shallow waters is where coral reefs thrive. They generally grow best at depths shallower than 70 meters, where sunlight can easily reach.
Yeah, that one makes sense to me. I think I've only ever seen coral reefs in, like, the
just
shallows
right off the
of, like,
coast.
crystal blue water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but too much heat can be harmful to coral reefs, as corals and algae have a symbiotic relationship. But if the ocean gets too warm, corals expend their algae, which causes them to turn white, a process known as bleaching. That's actually what's currently happening in our reefs right now. In a desperate attempt to survive increasing ocean temperatures, some corals have been shown to emit vibrant colors, a phenomenon which has led to the global glowing campaign.
Wow, that's really interesting. They act as a barrier during storms. Coral reefs play an important role in protecting coastal communities from storms and water surges. They act as a buffer that are able to slow down water flows as well as prevent coastal erosion.
Yeah, they're basically like the ocean's natural dams.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I've always seen kind of those like bird's eye view pictures of them, and you could see just like the difference in the water as well, just like the depths of it on either side of the reefs. And so I always thought that was really cool.
Well, before we keep on talking about coral reefs, we do only have 1 minute left in this game, and I see Boat Racer 1 still with plays left in second place. Could be taking over that first place spot by the time they're done with their plays. And there it is, Boat Racer 1, Boat Racer 19, actually, taking over that first place spot. We'll see if anybody can make any changes to that, as there were a few players in that top 5 that still had plays to go.
I do have those winners from Blingo Bingo as well.
Yes, let's talk about those.
All right. Well, in 10th place, we got Betty Boo over at Moen's Bar, taking home $16. We also had Hubba Bubba over at HR Pesties coming in 9th, taking home $16. In 8th place, we had Fall, Minnesota over at Clancy's on Island Lake, getting to take home $16. Mad Hatter over at VFW East St. Cloud took home $18 as well, or $16 in 7th place. 6th place was Steve over at Shady Silver Spur, taking home $18. Then in 5th place, we had Cox over at the stadium, taking home $41. Then in 4th place, we had Big Daddy over at American Legion Litchfield, taking home $57. Then in 3rd place, we had Free Willy over at Woodtick Inn, taking home $65. Then getting to win $82 was Walnut over at the Trailside Tavern in 2nd. And then in 1st place, we had TDCRC over at the Twisted Sister at Pub 21, taking home $205.
Well, good job to all those players. And we have hit zeros. Bow Racer 19 at VFW Coon Rapids, taking home $117 on this one. Good job, Boat Racer 19, as well as all the players that got into that top 10. We'll get the rest of those players in just a moment. But we were talking a little bit about coral reefs, and we'll quickly go through a few more facts. As coral reefs, clean water that they are in, they're huge drivers of tourism, which is definitely a key part. Coral reefs date back to around 240 million years, and they don't just live in warm waters. They actually are in cold waters as well.
Yeah, they're found in temperatures as low as 4 degrees Celsius and depths of 2,000 meters.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the deep sea coral reefs don't rely on photosynthesis to survive like the warm weather counterparts. Instead, they feed solely on the food particles from the surrounding water.
Really cool.
Interesting.
Well, happy World Reef Awareness Day.
Absolutely. You guys are about to be enrolled in our second round of Vikings victory, and we'll find out if any of those jackpots went out on that first round. But if not, you guys will get another opportunity in just under 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, but we'll get into our first actual national day, since we've only talked about World Days so far.
All right, and it is National Nail Polish Day. On June 1st each year, National Nail Polish Day primes us with every shade under the sun. Sandals and beaches mean manicures and pedicures, too.
Yeah, definitely. Nail polish has become a huge part of fashion.
Absolutely.
Whatever you do with it. I like all the stickers that people do with it. And some people are like artists when it comes to nail polish.
Absolutely. I've seen women do hand-painted fine china designs on their nails. I've seen just absolutely insane nail designs, and I think that is such a fun part of fashion. And it's really fun to see how much it can really tie in outfits, or like, you know, I love that. I also find it incredibly impressive, the women who can just have like 6-inch long nails. I absolutely just think they are very impressive. I type a lot, and so typing on a keyboard with long acrylics is something that I greatly dislike.
Oh yeah, it's crazy what those people can do with such long nails. They can act like it's not even there.
Yeah, honestly.
It's impressive.
Like my college roommate, she has a newborn child who's about 4 months right now, and she has these long nails, and she just handles with ease, and I find it so incredible.
That is crazy. Well, I got the top 10 favorite nail polishes, not of 2022, of 2021.
All right.
And so, well, let's check out what they're looking at.
This is coming straight from Allure magazine.
Okay.
And in 10th, we have Nearly Neon Orange. Not quite neon, just nearly. It is kind of like a peachy tone neon orange. It's definitely fun. I feel like orange has been a really big color the last couple summer seasons.
Yeah, definitely. Pure white. Yeah, I think that's just an easy one. Everyone has worn white nails before.
Absolutely. It's like my go-to pedicure color.
And you know, every girl's put like white out on their nails too.
Absolutely. It's like a rite of passage.
A little bit of white out action there.
Absolutely. Next up in number 8, it is Fine Wine, which is a nice burgundy color. That's also a big staple color, especially for fall time for women.
Yeah, fall time is a huge one. Next up is bright blue. I think this is a little. I haven't seen a lot of people wear this kind of nail color.
I actually had that exact nail polish that is showing, and it was one of my favorites when I was in high school.
Really?
I used to wear a lot of bright color nail polishes, and I would even try, and if I had the time or the patience, I would even, like in middle school, I would paint my nails to match my outfits the day I was wearing them.
That's so fun.
Absolutely. I'm a lot less trendy like that now, but it was definitely a lot of fun back then.
Had those bright blue nails. That's super, super cool.
Next up is a light lavender. This is one of my favorite nail polish colors. I feel like it can go for any occasion. You can dress it up, dress it down, be fancy, be cash. It's definitely a really pretty color.
Oh, yeah. Fifth is a forest green. I think that's been super popular. That deep, dark green is always, it's around everywhere
Absolutely.
now.
And I have a really funny story because the last time I went to go get my nails done professionally and I got those long acrylics, I was super excited about them. I wanted this like deep forest green, and I wanted it to be a very specific shade. And she was like, oh, I know the color. I'll go get it right now. She paints my nails, and it's a completely different type of green.
Yes.
I was just like, ma'am.
This is not what I was looking for.
It was okay. It ended up being nice. I liked him anyway, but.
We have just 10 seconds before we get into this next game of Vikings victory. Get enrolled, press play. Neither of those jackpots went out in the last game, and so hopefully we could give one out in this one right here.
Absolutely. Next up, number 4 on the list is Cool Blue. It's a nice icy sky blue.
Oh, yeah. Number 3. Now we're getting to the top 3 right
All
here.
right.
Okay, third place on this list, we have Cherry Red.
Classic.
I feel like you could never go wrong with a Cherry Red. It's
oh, yeah.
always.
My senior year of high school, all I ever wanted was Cherry Red, long nails.
That's it makes
them.
sense. It makes sense. It pops. It makes a statement.
Number 2 is Dusty Pink. This is definitely a universal color that a lot of people use.
Yeah, and it's not that harsh pink that pops too much. It's a little bit more of that neutral
It's like a ballet pink.
Definitely nice. And then this one, I think you said is the nail polish you've worn the most.
Yes.
And that's Jet Black.
Absolutely. I mean, even when I had just chipped polish and I didn't have the time or patience to take it off and redo all my nails, I would just paint right on over it with black, and I would wear it for a week, and it would work. Black is definitely by far my most used color.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great stuff. But we do have a top 10 in that first game of Vikings victory, and we're going to get right into it.
Absolutely. And in 10th place, we got Big Daddy over at American Legion Litchfield taking home $19. The Mayor over at Red Goat took home $19, coming in 9th. Then in 8th, we had Player over at the Trail Stop Tavern taking home $19. Then in 7th, we had Wanda over at Stardust Bar taking home $29. Getting to take home $39 over at the Rumors Bar and Grill, it was Taryn in 6th place. Next up in 5th place is Homer over at Rumors Bar and Grill, also taking home $39. Then we had Devoided over at the Roadside, taking home $58 in 4th place. Haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you, Devoided. And then in 3rd place, we got Full Minnesota over at Clancy's on Island Lake, taking home $78. Getting to take home $88 was Free Willy over at the Woodtick Inn, coming in 2nd. And then in 1st place, we had Boat Racer 19. Over at VFW Coon Rapids, getting to take home $117.
Yeah, he just doesn't have enough characters to put the 19 in it. But he actually is like a boat racer, and the number on it is 19.
That's really cool.
And he let us know this during the PCS season when we were just playing on
the Player Connect app.
On the Player Connect app, and so it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of players talking with us during that time, and he was one of those players that was like, "Hey, just let you know, the name's not Boat Racer 1, it's Boat Racer 19." And I appreciate it because I will always remember to call him Boat Racer 19. But we do have a first place player right now in this game of Vikings victory as it got switched around as we got Ty Alleys over at Billy's Rockford taking over first place spot. But I'm sure there will be a lot of shakeups still to happen in this game.
Absolutely. And we got a bunch of time left and $4,108 on that large jackpot and $183 on that small one.
But we do have a little bit more serious day on today as it's World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day. World Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Day on June 1st dedicates a day to education and support and effective change. A lot of this doesn't get recognized due to the fact that a lot of it is mental abuse and not something that you can just see or you have to be in the room to hear kind of thing.
Absolutely. And a lot of the victims don't even know it's happening. The way they've been raised, the way that their parents talk to them, like they just kind of think that that's like a normal normal family dynamic. And so it's definitely overseen a lot, but it's definitely coming to the light, especially in these last couple years. And so this is definitely a great day to shed some light on it.
Definitely. We got a little tastier National Day,
Yes, on a
though,
little
next.
lighter note. And so this is National Hazelnut Cake Day. And on June 1st, it's a day to spend some time in the kitchen baking up some delicious hazelnut cake as you take part in National Hazelnut Cake Day.
Yeah, I think we looked it up, and we decided, because we both haven't had it, that it's just Nutella in cake form.
Yeah, it's pretty much so they have some vanilla Nutella, or not Nutella, some vanilla hazelnut cakes, the recipes for you to choose from as well. But the majority of what we have seen is basically just all chocolate hazelnut, where you just mash up the hazelnuts and put it in with chocolate cake and then save some to garnish. It's definitely the most common way to have it, and so I think it gave birth to Nutella.
Yeah, definitely. We can look up some interesting facts about hazelnuts. We'll just do some really quick ones. Let's see. There are 14 to 18 species of hazelnuts. Hazel and the nuts are all hazels are edible.
Interesting. It's also known as a cob nut or a filbert nut, according to species.
I want to call it a filbert nut. I want a filbert nut cake.
In 1995, evidence of large-scale Mesolithic nut processing, some 9,000 years old, was found in a midden pit in the islands of Colonsay in Scotland, and the evidence consisted of a large shallow pit full of the remains of hundreds of thousands of burned hazelnut shells.
What is up with that? Hazelnuts have a rich lore, and many myths surround them, refers to them abound in ancient Greece and Roman writings and mythology, and in the Bible, where there are mentions for their nutritional and healing powers.
Do you remember any hazelnuts from the Bible?
I don't know.
You weren't necessarily looking for them. So
no,
I
wasn't really trying
the hazelnut
to
stories
see the
would stick out
power
to
of
you.
the hazelnut in the Bible when I was reading it. So I don't
missed out on
necessarily
that
remember.
lesson.
I guess when I reread it,
You'll have to look out for those hazelnuts.
Yeah, it definitely.
Let's see.
Let's see if there's anything else that's very interesting about this.
Their leaves are deciduous leaves.
Yeah, interesting. The fruit is a nut produced in a cluster of to 5 together.
Yeah, each nut is held in short, leafy intervals, also known as a husk, kind of like corn, but just has like a couple of them. And that's really interesting.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
They're harvested in mid-autumn.
Okay, yeah, and once they're harvested, the nuts are dried, cleaned, and sent to the cracking plant, where they all are sorted, cracked, shelled, and calibrated, selected, and then packed.
Yeah, I have a pretty hot take.
Okay.
I don't like Nutella.
You don't like Nutella?
Mm-mm.
What don't you like about Nutella?
I don't really know what it is.
The taste is just not that good deal?
Well, I mean, like, I don't really know what to eat it with. Like, I don't like just spreading it on toast.
Okay, yeah, I don't eat it on toast like ever. I always eat it on those little sticks.
Oh, you get the little to-go things?
Yeah, like the little to-go Nutella
I've
sticks.
never had those. See, my mom only bought a tub once, and I was like, I'm not really sure how to eat this. And they were, like, good when I cut up strawberries and I put some on, but I didn't have enough.
Pretzels.
Yeah, I just don't need, like, it's like chocolate. I don't know.
But it's like healthy chocolate onto it.
Is Nutella healthy?
I think it's healthier than chocolate.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And I as long as I believe that, I feel less guilty eating it, which is better for my health. We do have Tara in first place, Tim in second, Wanda in third. In fourth, we got Greek. In fifth, we got Cowboy Bob. Let's see who's in sixth. We got bonus 4. Seventh, we got Foshai Sun. In eighth, we have Ty Alleys. And in ninth, we have Zip.
Yeah, Nutella only has small amounts of calcium and iron. It's not very nutritious. It's high in sugar, calories, and fat. It contains sugar, palm oil, hazelnuts, cocoa, milk powder, and a couple other synthetic additives.
Oh, so it's not healthy at all.
No.
Dang.
It's basically like a chocolate hazelnut cookie butter.
Well, way
or like
to
a peanut butter.
ruin my Nutella experience. I was always told that it was healthier for me. We just have a little bit left in this game to get those plays in. Only 50 seconds to get the rest of those plays in. You don't want to leave anything on the board so you can get as high as you possibly can. Right now, Tara has the lead, but we'll see if anybody can work their way up to that total points.
Absolutely, but we'll have to see as we get into our next National Day, and it is National Pen Pal Day. Observed each year on June 1st, National Pen Pal Day is a way to let your pen pals know how much they mean to you. The day is the perfect time to send some special letters or gifts to your pen pal.
Definitely a great day. I've never had a pen pal, but I would love to have one.
Absolutely. I mean, I kind of had one of like my mom's friend's daughter, but like I knew her. It wasn't like a stranger I got to like communicate with in different countries or something like that. I feel like that would have been an awesome experience.
I feel like that you don't need that for a pen pal. Pen pals just be writing each other on a consistent basis.
All right, then I would consider the girl I had correspondence with a pen pal then.
Yeah. How do you get a pen pal? Well, there's a few places, websites that you can get pen pals at. You got Interpals, Global Pen Friends, Conversation Exchange, Hello Talk, Pen Pals Now, Pen Pals Party,
Ooh.
My Language Exchange, and Polyglot Club.
Awesome, but we got Tara at Mabel Liquor Store in Mabel taking home that first place prize, $102 going out to you. Nicely done in that game of Vikings victory. We're about to begin enrolled in our high-low game, which is a lot of fun. It's a little bit of lucky sevens, so definitely get enrolled in this next game as we are going to be waiting in the next couple minutes. We'll get that entire top 10 for you guys.
Oh, yeah, but we're going to get the top 10 to the last game of Vikings victory?
I went over it.
Oh, did we already talk about it?
Yes, I did.
Wow, that went by quickly. I thought we talked about the first one.
I read both.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, I don't remember that. We got 4 minutes till we get into the next game, and so happy National Pen Pal Day. I definitely, maybe I'll be looking at one of those sites, see if I can get myself a fun pen pal.
Kids, remember Devoided came in fourth.
You're so right. We'll get the rest. We'll get the top 10 to the next Vikings victory to you guys soon. But next National Day is National Say Something Nice Day. On National Say Something Nice Day, we have an opportunity to make June 1st extra pleasant for everyone.
Absolutely. It always doesn't pays a little bit more just to give someone a nice little comment, whether it be, you look nice today, or I hope you have a good one, or just something nice in passing. It's definitely a great day to spread a little positivity.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have something that ways you like to say stuff nice by just passing, but you don't want to start a conversation, or you just want to give them a quick compliment? But
I'm very much like, if I have a thing in my head that I see and I'm like, oh, look at that, I always try and make the point to go and tell them. Because I know, especially with girls putting in so much effort to their outfits when they go out, like, it just pays so much to just give them that little compliment and just be like, hey, I appreciate the effort you put in. You look awesome, like, whatever it might be. Your hair looks great today. Something along those lines. Like, I just see all these clips of these girls, and when they get those comments, it's them just, like, smiling throughout the rest of their day. And so it really does. You can make someone's entire day just by a few words.
Yeah, I've even, because of you, because I know that you like to do that, you've told me like things like a girl handed out like our drinks one time, and you were like, oh, I really like her nails.
I was like, her nails are so cool.
And so then the next time she handed the bag over, I was like, hey, we really like your nails.
Yeah, because I was in the passenger seat, so I couldn't yell.
Yeah, and so I've gotten on the train a little bit, which I would have never done, especially to a female, just because I don't want to make them feel awkward in like the drive-through of McDonald's. And so I tend not to do that, but I do like giving those quick little passing compliments.
It's one of my favorite things to do. I always, because it makes me so happy when I see something that I genuinely like, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And so I just feel the need just to be like, that's really stinking
Yeah,
cool.
compliment that I always try to give is if I work out I work out at a certain time a lot, and a lot of people do this exact same thing and they work out the same time.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people that I don't talk to them, but I work out right next to at the same time to them every single day, and they're always in the gym at the same time. But if I start noticing that like they've made a change in their physique, like they're starting to look better, like they might have taken their diet more seriously or something like that, I'll always try and go up to them and be like, hey, you're looking good right now. Looks like you're making some improvements. Like, and I try and make sure that they know that it is going noticed. Yeah, and you can see that there is a difference because
it does make a difference. It really does, and because then you could push them to have one of the hardest workouts and actually push themselves further. And they're like, yeah, you know what? I have been making progress.
I know I always love it whenever someone has made a comment like that to me, and so it's always good to get recognition for the work that you've done. And so especially in the gym, I like giving those compliments.
I love that culture, except I don't get to have that. I have to like give the stink eye to people so they don't approach me at the gym.
Yeah. So you gotta know who you're approaching and stuff like that.
And it's very clear. You can always tell the intentions of whoever it is approaching you.
And it's never the first time I see someone. Do I make the comment? It's like we've been working out and we've been and I've seen them multiple times.
Alongside each other.
But I've never talked to them at all. I'll make a little comment to them, and I'll make sure that it's really quick in passing so it doesn't start a conversation because I just want to give them a comment and keep on going on with my workout. So happy National Say Something Nice Day. Hopefully you guys can say something nice to somebody wherever you're at, whatever bar you're at, maybe even to your server who's doing a great job for you right now.
Absolutely, you guys should do so. But we have one last National Day to get into with you guys, and we actually saw someone participating in this day not too long ago. It's actually not the last National Day, but it is National Go Barefoot Day. National Go Barefoot Day on June 1st gives you the opportunity to kick off your shoes and run barefoot through the cool grass. More importantly, it is a day to help support a charity that provides millions of underprivileged children all around the world with shoes.
And you were saying that we saw someone celebrating
Yes, we
it
were
today?
driving on the main road in our town, and there was a boy who was just waiting for the light to change so he could cross, and he was just barefoot walking through the city. I was like, sir, like, he looked like he was like 18. I was like, you should know better.
You should know better. You shouldn't be
But then I quickly dialed back my judgment, and I realized it's National Go Barefoot Day.
Yeah, and so they were just celebrating.
He's just celebrating. I got to take back my judgment.
Yeah, this is the one day you can't judge the barefoot.
It just caught me so off guard.
I would have caught me off guard as well. We do have Zip taking over that first place spot in this game of Lucky Sevens. This is our high-low game. We'll see who's the biggest winner and the lowest winner because they'll be taking home the same prize. Really exciting stuff. But I love going barefoot. I've always felt my fastest when I'm barefoot.
Really?
Yeah, that's like whenever I was playing outside as a kid and I was like running from my siblings and stuff like that. Whenever the shoes got kicked off, I felt like I turned on the nitrous and I was flying
just
around.
Paddling?
Oh yeah.
That's so funny.
Barefoot definitely a great way to play outside, especially when you're playing out in like the grass and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But then I remember like thinking of like what I used to go barefoot on is ridiculous. Like I was running down like stone paths with just like barefoot to get to my backyard, which had grass in it, but I was just running on stones and I didn't feel a single thing of it. And I'm like, you're crazy, younger Ian.
I have gotten so many injuries to the bottoms of my feet from going barefoot,
Really?
whether it be cuts or anything. I remember one time I was on vacation and I was running over the dune to the beach and I had stepped on a pine cone on my way there. And it was really down south and the pine cone had like jutted. And so all of them went in my foot about a quarter inch, and it was horrible. And I was like 13, and I had to wear water shoes for the rest of the trip. I was so upset.
Yeah, that sounds really, really terrible.
And then the rest of my body got super tan, and then my feet were just so white.
I've had a few cuts to my bottom of my feet, but most of the time I've been so calloused up. Like when I've been in my moments of being barefoot, like where I go barefoot a lot, it's never been too bad. Like
mine was dead center of my soul. Like it was.
I've had that happen before too, but I just still went barefoot and said, God made dirt so dirt don't hurt. That was basically what I said there. We got first place Ron taking over, but we do have a lot of players with a lot of plays in this game of Lucky Sevens. We'll see who can get. Zip has a lot of plays left. That looks like the heavy favorite right now to take over that first place spot. Let's see, anybody else that you think?
Ash has got quite a few. Our 9th place player has quite a few. ETDJ.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ashley has a good shot of making a big rise in this one because not even halfway done with those plays yet. Oh, here's our last place player in 80th. We got
Papa PJ.
Yeah, we'll see if they can maintain that back of the line spot and win a really good prize.
Absolutely, but now we do have our last official national day.
Yes, National Heimlich Maneuver Day. Each year on June 1st, National Heimlich Maneuver Day recognizes the life-saving technique. The Heimlich Maneuver uses abdominal thrust to force air from the lungs. The forced air expels an object on which someone is choking. Dr. Henry J. Heimlich created this life-saving procedure in 1974. The Heimlich maneuver is also referred to as abdominal thrust. The observance also kicks off National Safety Month. And the Heimlich maneuver is just one of the many steps you can take this month.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had to learn the Heimlich maneuver to be a lifeguard for a while, and I never had to use it, and I'm very glad I did because I mean, I feel like you can know how to do the Heimlich maneuver and you can be trained how to do it and everything like that, but you gotta have to do it on somebody to actually understand like how it works.
I mean,
because
I did it and I had no idea that there was even like proper form. I was just like, all right, let's try and heave this.
Yeah, you're just like boom.
It helped. I saved a life.
You saved them. You got the food out.
Candace, Cynthia.
You were 8 years
Second
old?
grade, I don't know how old I was. 2nd grade.
Something like that. Yeah, super young, and popping food out of somebody's esophagus.
Yeah, it was one of those red and white little mints that you get passed out in class. Yeah, we were in the back of the classroom. She started stroking. I was just like, "Whoa." Came right out, hit another kid. That's how it got everyone's attention. They were like, "Don't do that. You should have got an adult." And I was just like, I saved her.
Yeah, I know. I would have never felt comfortable with my Heimlich. I mean, I would have done the exact form that I was taught and doing everything like that. But I don't know. It just feels like I was like, does this actually work? Does this push things out? And so I never got to test it. Very glad I never had to test it. But the Heimlich maneuver was a huge deal.
I think I've seen it in movies.
Yeah,
it had to have been how I saw it.
Oh, and yeah, for sure. And the movies they don't teach you anything about it. They just teach you, shove it in.
Just exactly what I did.
Yank it, and I'm glad it worked out.
Yes.
That's really, really good. I know, as a second grader, you probably don't have the force to
break a rib or anything like that.
Yes, exactly. But where, like, as an adult.
Form could definitely do that.
Yeah, if I would be saving children at the water park, and if I had to do something like that on a child, I could seriously hurt them if I wasn't doing the right form. So I was always nervous.
Child myself, though.
And so, the Heimlich maneuver has saved many, many lives, which is really, really cool. And so we celebrate this thing that has saved so many people, National Heimlich Maneuver Day.
Absolutely. But that was the end of our national days. How much time do we got left in this game?
We have about
3 minutes
to get the rest of these plays in. Right now we have Ty Alley's in first place. We'll see who has a bunch of plays left as we got Skull Sister in 8th, Ashley in 9th, with a little bit of plays left. Let's see who's in last. Yeah, 114th spot. Papa J in that.
Papa PJ.
Papa PJ. Yeah. In that one. We'll see if they can maintain that last place spot.
Yeah, but it's looking like Ty Alley's might be the one to run away with this first place prize. We'll have to see if Law has what it takes to get those plays in and pass them up.
One lucky play for Law could be changing these things up. And so we'll keep our eye out on. But we do have a Twins game that has actually already gotten underway. And we'll need to check in as we already made predictions during Twins Bingo on this game.
Absolutely. I kind of just bandwagoned onto your opinion, but It sounds like it's definitely doable, so we'll have to see what it's looking like. Oh.
And it's nowhere close to any of our
Dang.
predictions, and I'm not happy with how it's going. Right now, the
What?
Detroit Tigers scored in the first inning and then scored 4 more in the 5th inning, with our Minnesota Twins not able to get anything on the board. They're down 5-0 heading into the 7th inning, but we can get scoring hot, and
Absolutely.
so we can turn this around. Hopefully, we can win this game. I mean, it's only only got 3 innings to do so, but I've seen crazier things happen for our Twins.
Absolutely, but we'll keep you guys updated as we get a little further along with these games. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
It doesn't look like it. It just is a game that we're going to have to be playing really good in these final innings, as the Tigers have been playing really nice during this stretch, as they beat us just last night,
Yeah.
4-0.
Yeah, that was a rough one. But if you want to show some support for our Twins and shoot them out a little bit of luck, you guys can play Twins Win, our awesome eTab game that we've teamed up with them for. You can see the logo right here.
Oh, yeah, it's a really, really great game. But we'll check out the MLB Power Rankings, see where we have been shifted to over these last few weeks. And
We're at 7th.
oh, that's I want to check out the CBS one.
Okay, see if that's correct.
Just because the CBS one is a little bit more official. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know that website nearly as well, and so we'll head down. And it looks like we are in 7th in these CBS. Power rankings are opinionated, so we could be in anyone's power rankings from first all the way to last, and it doesn't matter about record or anything like that. It's just what they think of the team. Well, we'll see. The Twins have had 4 winners of the batting title in the club history. Can you name them? It's Luis Arraez. I asked because Luis Arraez is hitting a .363, which has been phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Wow, really good stuff. We'll see if they can continue on their rise. I mean, they've been consistently moving up over the last few weeks. I saw them all the way back in like 12th about 3 weeks ago, and they just keep on creeping up. Now in 7th, but 2 losses back to back to the Tigers will definitely hurt those rankings. So hopefully we can turn this one around. But we do have a winner in this game, and it is Ty Allies over at Billy's Rockford, taking home $46. Good job, Ty Allies. And also good job, Papa PJ, in that 115th spot, getting the last place spot, also taking home $46.
Absolutely, but we'll get that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes. But we are about to be enrolled in our 3rd game of Vikings victory. We still have those awesome big jackpots on the line for you guys in there as well, but we're going to have to see what can happen.
Yeah, but Nikki just told us that we have a great player picture for you guys, as we have Fred, Trisha, and friends with a great jackpot, their latest jackpot of $5,900.
Absolutely. Let's take a peek. There it is.
Definitely a great pick. Always love seeing Fred, Trisha, and Trisha Fred getting some wins on our iPads. You can see them a bunch on these enrolling screens. And if you guys want to make these enrolling screens, make sure to send in those player pictures. But we do have the Twins background behind us, but we're not in our lunchtime because we're in a Twins Wednesday. But let's talk about what we are earning points for during that lunchtime.
Absolutely. While you guys are playing that Twins bingo and even Vikings bingo, when that season clicks on over, you guys are earning points towards the Viking zone, and we're going to hop right into these top 10 player standings. And in 10th place, we have Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, who sits with 116,000. With 119,000 in 9th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill. 8th place is Lucky Tim at Lakefront Bar with 128,000. Right ahead of him, though, with 130,000. In 7th place, we have Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn. 6th place is Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 136,000. Then with 160,000 points, in 5th place, we got GTZ at the Midi. 4th place is Mikey Wins at Steve-O's with 194,000. Then with exactly 200,000 points in 3rd place, it's Simbob at Corky's Bar South Haven. Another player at Corky's Bar South Haven in 2nd place, though, is Nan with 205,000 points. And then with 276,000 points in 1st place, we have Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley.
Yeah, definitely some great players. Let's get right into the locations. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Gimbel with 166,000 points. With 223,000 points in 9th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine with 230,000 points. With 282,000 points in 7th place, we got Eagles Rochester. 6th place, getting bumped back from 5th, we got Corner Bar and Goodhue with 287,000 points. With 289,000 points in 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Steve O's and Crystal with 299,000 points. With 446,000 points in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 499,000 points. And with a whopping total of 852,000 points, the number 1 location, VFW Spring Lake Park, absolutely dominating the Twiking Zone so far.
Absolutely. They've already passed up that record from last season they needed to beat, so that is incredible, and we're going to have to see what happens in this tail end of Season 11.
Yeah, but we do have a little bit of ETAB spotlight to get onto. Before we get into what we're listening to right now, we do have to talk about the new ETAB game that's coming out later, Gator. You guys want to be here tomorrow because that ETAB, the 5th ETAB release so far in 2022, is going to be hitting your guys' iPads. Go out there, play it as much as you want, send in, let us hear what you think about those games. We always love hearing what you think about those games, and even maybe a player pick with that brand new ETAB game, and so we could show it off. We're super excited about it, but the ETAB that we're listening to right now.
Absolutely. We're listening to a little bit of Home on the Range right now. It's definitely a lot of fun. It definitely shows the spirit of Minnesota. It's definitely a lot of fun. You guys will want to check that out.
Yeah, really, really good stuff on that one. But we have 50 different shareable ETAB games that you can play, maybe even closing in on 60 at this point. You can play anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. All games have awesome bonus and free play rounds.
Yeah, you guys will definitely find something you like. There's a lot of different themes for you guys to choose from. I guarantee you'll find something you want. But we do have all those winners from that high-low game of Lucky Sevens.
Yeah, let's talk about it, as our biggest loser was Papa PJ, taking home $46 over at Lucky's Burgers in Blaine. In 10th place, we had bonus 4 over at Howie's Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $17. $17 also went out to the 9th place player, Ashley, over at Maple Liquor Store. In 8th place, we had ETDJ over at Beer Stube Inver Grove, taking home $17. Beer Stube Inver Grove just got a Pilot TV. In 7th place, we got Missy Rents over at Lookout Bar and Grill, taking home $17. $23 went out to Faux Shy Sun over at Frank's Bars. 5th place was Zip over at the Woodtick Inn, taking home $23. $29 went out to Ron over at Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead. 3rd place was DMB 1971 over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, taking home $34. $40 went out to Law over at VFW Fergus Falls. And then that number 1 player, Ty Alley over at Billy's Rockford, taking home $46.
Absolutely, but we are officially in this 3rd round of Vikings victory. $4,280 on that large jackpot, $269 on that small one, and we got players like Full Minnesota in 1st place and a ton of plays left in these games.
Yeah, we'll see if we can give out this great prize as we talk about a little bit of music history, as in 1974, the UK music magazine NME published its list of the top 100 greatest albums. The top 3 being, in 3rd place, The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, number 2, Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, and the number 1, The Beatles' Sgt. Pepper.
Absolutely. On Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, you can find music like Wouldn't It Be Nice, That's Not Me, I'm Waiting for the Day, You Still Believe in Me, Don't Talk, as well as Let's Go Away for a While.
Oh yeah, then on Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, we had great songs such as Rainy Day Woman, Vision of Joanne, I Want You, Pledging My Time, One of Us Must Know, Stuck Inside of Mobile.
Definitely a lot of good ones. And then on the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album, you can find songs such as, we had a little bit of trouble finding these songs earlier, but we'll have to see.
And
with a little help from my friends, Within You, Without You, obviously Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club, Good Morning, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, She's Leaving Home, Lovely Rita.
Interesting. Definitely some great songs on that. But we actually got asked by John Higgins, what are personal top 3 albums of all time are?
Yeah.
And honestly, they're a bit embarrassing because
I was going to say, you're going to make me say mine?
they're like cringy little kids ones that got me into music.
Yeah.
Like mine's Forest Hill Drive by J. Cole.
J. Cole.
And I don't even listen to rap all that much anymore, but it's one of those albums that got me into music.
Yes.
That really got me listening to rap and caring about what the lyrics said.
Absolutely.
And hearing the rhymes that happen in it and realizing that it's not just like specific, like you can rhyme differently than what I originally had thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine are really embarrassing. Mine are like Video Games, the album by Lana Del Rey. That was like one of the first female kind of melodic albums I'd ever heard right in my like angsty middle school phase. And so I would listen to it on my old like iPod Touch, just like headphones in, looking out the rainy window, you know, like the whole shebang. It definitely had a little hold over me. So that's definitely probably one of them.
Oh, like, which one is it? Probably Trilogy. Trilogy by The Weeknd had a grip on me for a little bit.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I really liked The Weeknd for my early high school days. I was a big fan of The Weeknd, and so any of their albums during that span I really enjoyed.
I gotta be honest, Hall of Fame by Big Sean was one of my favorite albums for a really long time.
That's great.
Like the entire album. Like there's some bad songs in there, but I loved them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else have I just
Strange Clouds by B.O.B., a little early 2000s
so
hit.
Funny. One of my first albums that I ever I found it before it really blew up and it made me super feel really cool.
Yeah.
Was the Lucid Dreams album from Juice WRLD that came out. I don't remember what it was, but I
Yeah.
started listening to it really
Before it
really blew up,
mainstream.
and I remember I was showing it to people, and people were like, "What is this? Like, what are you listening to?" And then it like blew up, went all over the place. Everybody was listening to Juice WRLD for a little bit,
Yeah.
and so it made me feel like I was like, I know music. I introduce people to Juice WRLD. I'm cool. But
Channel Orange by Frank Ocean.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like what's the orange one by Chance the Rapper? No, Coloring Book. I was just thinking of Coloring Book.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's usually the one that people always hold to the highest extent.
Yeah, it's either that one or Lucid Dreams.
Yeah.
Right, isn't that what it's called? Or is it called Acid Rap?
Acid Rap.
Yeah, but those albums, both of them I really enjoyed from Chance the Rapper.
Watching Movies with the Sound Off by Mac Miller.
I was never a big Mac Miller fan, to be honest.
I loved him.
Yeah, I never got into Mac Miller.
Yeah, I had a couple of his albums saved. Oh man, Macklemore. I loved
had a
Macklemore
Macklemore phase?
in middle school, man.
Like,
Yeah.
like a thrift store?
No.
What's
no,
that?
No. Yes, Macklemore does sing Thrift Store.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could never get after he did that, and then he did the thrift store. He just became a gimmick
He
singer
did
to me.
the album The Heist with Ryan Lewis, and
I could
had
never take him seriously
a
after
lot of
thrift
good
store.
ones. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Well, I didn't. I just listened. I barely even correlated Thrift Shop with him.
Really,
Because I just didn't listen to it that often.
I only correlated him with thrift shop. That's
Yeah.
That's all I've ever. And then there's one other one that I correlated him.
The Other Side with him and Ryan Lewis was like my favorite song for a really long time.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll move on. We do have some more music history to get into. As easily, this guy could have been in this list of albums that I
Yes.
listened to a lot.
Yeah.
But this is actually in 2017, though, and that's thanks to the song by Eminem. The word "stan" is added to the Oxford American Dictionary, defining as an overzealous or obsessed fan of a particular celebrity.
This word gets used so often now.
Yeah, I did not realize that Eminem was the creator of this word.
I had no idea either. it's his song called Stan, and I don't think I've actually
Or at
heard
least the
that song.
popularizer of this word.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I know I wasn't hearing it in 2017, so it doesn't surprise me if he was the one that created this word. It's interesting how you can create words just like that, but I see it all the time, and now this changed my view of the word, though.
Yeah, I thought it was just kind of like a fandom thing that girls made.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a real word, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I didn't either, really. I thought it was kind of like when you say, like, you ship someone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have, honestly probably thought it was an acronym of some sort. Like if you STAN meant something. But interesting stuff. Well, definitely some fun music day in history.
We got Scuba Steve out there.
Oh, Scuba Steve, good to see you. You guys got 1 minute and 30 seconds in this game of Vikings victory to get the rest of your plays in. See if you can get as high as you possibly can. Harley is right now in that first place spot with 51,000 points. We'll see Jimmy is out of plays with only 36,000 points. Scuba Steve will need a huge boost in points to catch up to that massive point total for Harley.
Absolutely. But if you guys are out there having a blast right now and not signed up at PGL.world, you're not being awarded any of the PGL points that come along with playing these games. So you guys absolutely need to run your little butts over to PGL.world and sign up. PGL.world is an awesome place where you guys can sign up and become a member of the Pilot Gambling League. Once you do that, you'll be able to keep up with all of our great information, like having access to insider information like that monthly newsletter. A lot of great other information is in there as well. Not to mention that's your brand new logon that you can download the Player Connect app and sign in directly.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And we got some great new members that just got signed up, as we got Shibs 182, J Rob 987, Cater, Rob Top 03. I said that completely. It's like Robert OP 03. Yeah. Chad and Leonard.
Absolutely love signing up. Yeah, if you were with us earlier today during that Twins Bingo, we ran through a couple of those options that you could say for Robert Top, but we don't really know which one he wants.
One of my favorite kids I ever coached, we nicknamed him Leonard.
Leonard?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like on the football team?
Yeah, I don't even know if his real name was Leonard.
I don't think so.
No, they called him Lenny because his last name is Latham, and then it just turned from Lenny to
Leonard. His more distinguished name.
Yes, his more distinguished name, and he was great. Absolutely loved him. He moved over from cross country his freshman year to football his sophomore year, and he was so coachable, super fun kid. We do have Harley getting the win, though.
Over at Clancy's on Island Lake, taking home $103. We'll have that entire top 10 for you guys in just a couple minutes as you guys get enrolled in a little bit of fishing derby.
We'll take a break as you guys get enrolled, and we'll be right back for some of that bingo action. Hey guys, and one of my favorite parts of being here is being able to give out huge jackpots to you guys, but we weren't able to be here during the weekend, and so let's highlight some of those jackpots that went out during the weekend because we had some big ones.
Absolutely, and we start off with a bang with the biggest jackpot of the weekend on Friday, who went out to the crazy kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home a whopping $35,310.85.
Good job. We also had Shmee over at Hollandale 3-1, taking home $1,050.65.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Cam 284 over at the Maple Lake Bowl, who took home $611.25.
Then the final jackpot on Friday went out to Nut over at Casey's Saloon, taking home $627.40.
Absolutely, but Star Today got started off right as Cobber 89 over at the Club 57 Starfire Grill, who got to take home $5,313.
Then we had DCT over at Red Fox Tavern, taking home $648.70.
Nicely done. Next up, we had P&J over at the Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Blaine, who took home $1,626.85.
Yeah, as the final jackpot on that Saturday.
Nope, we had one more.
We did have one more. I'm
That's right.
getting too ahead of myself. DDKC over at American Legion Ashby took home $827.20. Good job as the final jackpot on Saturday.
That's right, but Sunday got started off right, as well as Freakin' over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 got to take home $10,419.84.
Second largest jackpot of the weekend. But the final jackpot of the weekend went out to Rick's over at Elmdale Watering Hole, taking home $656, giving us 492 total jackpots in this season 11. We're working towards that 500 jackpot amount. We'll see if we can hit there this week. Super exciting stuff. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and we are here and back and better than ever for this little bit of fishing derby action. We already got Bud in first place. We got a $1,702 jackpot, a $231 small jackpot. We'll see if we can give out any of these great prizes. But you guys are earning points towards your PGL standings right now. And so we could talk about the winners of Vikings victory.
Yeah, we just got those winners from that third and final round of Vikings victory, and we ended up giving out a jackpot, a smallmouth jackpot split between Homer at Rumors Bar and Grill and Panda over at the Roadside. They each got to take home $134.50, but that's not even including our top 10 players. Coming in 10th place, we had the Wilkster over at Blue Line Sports Bar and Grill taking home $17. 9th place was Amanda at Stadium taking home $17, and then in 8th place, we had Suz 866 over at Mission Tavern taking home $17. Getting to take home $25. In 7th place, it was Norm over at Wyatt's Toasted Americana. Then in 6th place, we had Bonus 4 over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $34. Getting to take home $34 as well. In 5th place, we had Player over at the Trail Stop Tavern. Then in 4th place, we had Full Minnesota over at the Clancy's on Island Lake, getting to take home $51. 3rd place was Jimmy over at Country Lounge, taking home $68. Scuba Steve came in 2nd over at Oak Lawn Tavern, taking home $77. And in 1st place, we had Harley over at Clancy's on Island Lake, taking home $103.
Yeah, good job to all those players. And we already got players getting after it in this game of Fishing Derby. Bud still in first place. We'll see if he stays up on that one. We got Cowboy Bob in 5th. See any other fun names out there? Pinky 44. Maybe. Oh, cool stuff. Well, we'll see who stays in that top 10, earning those PGL points. But let's talk about those players that have earned PGL points all season long. In number 10 spot, we got Reyes 22 over the Old Town Tavern with 1,140,835 points. With 1,174,515 points in 9th place, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar. 8th place is Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin, taking home 1,225,699 points. Passing up Sarah Honey and moving up from 8th to 7th place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,284,750 points. With 1,327,435 points in 6th place, we got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon. 5th place is Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,419,045 points. With 1,624,765 points in 4th place, we got Forget You D over at Lyle's Liquor. 3rd place is Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon with 1,742,925 points. With 2,272,330 points in 2nd place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. And then that number 1 player, Bam Bam, over at Stewartville Legion Post with 2,374,990 points.
Absolutely, but we just had Red Dog taking over 1st place from Bud. So that is pretty exciting stuff. We got a ton of time left for you guys to get those plays in and pass each other up some more. But I'm going to hop right into these top 10 location standings in the PGLs. Oh, another 1st place comment.
Hypnos.
But in 10th place, we got the Double Wide in Newmarket with 4,298,025 points. But with 4,468,805 points in 9th place, we have Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. Now in 8th place, it's Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with 4,593,954 points. But with 4,927,910 points in 7th place, we have the VFW Northfield. Now in 6th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord sitting with 5,110,740 points. But with 5,495,624 points in 5th place, it's American Legion Cleveland. Now in 4th place is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 6,133,985 points. But with 6,521,138 points in 3rd place, it's Poppers in Virginia. 2nd place is with Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake, still without accumulating any points so far this week. Still sitting with that 6,933,459 points. But in 1st place, we got Billy's Rockford in Rockford with 7,337,929 points so far this season.
Yeah, definitely some great location and player standings in those PGL side of things. We do have some NHL playoff stuff to talk about, as our Wild did get booted from the NHL playoffs. And if you guys want to get a little bit of Wild action, you guys can play the great ETAB game, Let's Go Wild. You can play wherever you guys are playing a pile of games at right now, and you guys can try your luck in that Slapshot bonus round. But there's currently a NHL playoff game happening right now in the 2nd period of the game, tied 1-1. The Tampa Bay Lightning are taking on the New York Rangers.
Oh yeah, and we made the predictions already. I guess the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you said the New York Rangers.
Exactly. I don't want those Tampa Bay Lightning to win 3 championships in a row. That seems predictable at this point. And so I'm going with the New York Rangers. I want them to get the big win.
All right.
Just yesterday, the Colorado Avalanche beat the Blues in a nice game where the Avalanche beat the Oilers 8-6 on that last game. A very high-scoring matchup.
I was gonna say that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and tomorrow they're going to be playing again as they play at 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Absolutely, we'll have to see what happens there. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Wild,
I talked about that great ETAB game already.
I'll say it again. Let's go Wild. Go play it now.
Yeah, we do have a fishing report to get into, as you guys are playing a little bit of fishing derby, so it only feels right to talk about the fishing report.
Absolutely, and this was done for Leech Lake by the Outdoors Weekly. This was updated just on the 26th. Leech Lake is open and ready to make your dreams a reality. Lay ice off made some of the normal spots a little tougher, but some warmer water outproduced the colder water. Jig and Shiner was the must-go, and there was a limited supply of them. We did have success with flat flatheads and some rainbows as well, though, and they had a guest hook into a 50-inch muskie on a walleye line, and it was a tremendous fight. Pike action was good as well, as we cleaned a lot of large pike this week too. There's a good mixed bag of fish fries this opener. We have some great pics of crappies on Facebook that came out of the Steamboat Bay. The catching is only going to get better when the water temps increase, and it's not too late to come enjoy Leech Lake with them.
Definitely some great stuff there. And just like when you guys catch some big fish, you like to take a photo of it. When you guys get a big jackpot, we like to get a photo of that as well. And so here's just your Pilot Games reminder to send in those player pictures. We love to see those smiling faces next to the jackpot message. But you don't just have to be winning jackpots to send it in. Maybe with the new E-Tab game that we're releasing tomorrow, send a picture with that. Maybe with your favorite bartender, your best friends playing a little bit of Pilot Games. Send in pictures of that as well. You can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com. And we love to show off those pictures. We showed off just earlier Fred Trisha getting a great jackpot that they were even showing off with their friends.
Absolutely, the little 2-in-1 action, and we'd love to see you guys out there having a good time. So definitely send those player pictures, and you can even post them on any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games.
But we only have 6 minutes left in this game, so make sure you guys are getting those plays done, getting strategically as many points as you possibly can, and we'll see who ends up in that first place spot, as Kenny is out of plays but has a significant amount of points in front, and we'll see if that can hold on.
Yeah, it definitely will have to be a big push if EDDJ or any of those other players with those few amount of points left or plays left have what it takes to push up past them.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into, as the Vikings agreed to terms with free agent wide receiver Albert Wilson on a 1-year contract, according to his agent Drew Rosenhall. Wilson and D.D. Westbrook worked out for the team Tuesday. I heard a little bit of rumors that D.D. Westbrook may be signing with us as well.
Interesting.
Wilson is 29 and spent the past 3 seasons with the Dolphins. He played 14 games last season, seeing action on 361 offensive snaps. That was about 38% of the team's snaps for the season. He caught 25 passes for 213 yards in 2021. Wilson spent his first 4 seasons with the Chiefs before landing in Miami. In his career, Wilson has had 218 receptions for 2,499 yards and 12 touchdowns. So it's been a productive role player wide receiver, and I think is a nice addition to the depth of our Minnesota Vikings. We'll see what people think.
Yeah, let's see if anyone's had some feedback or opinions that they...
Yeah, I would love to see what we think about Albert Wilson, what people have to say about Albert Wilson, as he is one of those players here's what the Miami Dolphins thought about him. This is Miami Dolphins community wrote this, and so we'll see if we can get a little bit more in depth of what they thought of him as he left the Miami Dolphins. And they said, let's see. They're closing in on the start of the 22 NFL free agency period, beginning the legal tampering period starting on just a little bit ago. The new league year begins as a Wednesday, and it's a stretch they continue to look at the Miami Dolphins, soon to be free agents. Obviously, they don't have to make a decision for the Dolphins, but getting an idea of what the fan base thinks of the free agents. And so we're going to go right into...
Yeah, no, Wilson returned to the Dolphins in 2021 after being on a COVID output in 2020. The two-sided renegotiated this contract to increase his guaranteed money, but to bring down his salary. He felt like a bubble player for much of the summer, but as he found his form again, he started to look like a player who could find his way back to the roster. He ultimately did make that 53-man roster for the Dolphins, appearing in 14 games with 5 starts this past year. He ended up having caught 25 passes for 313 yards, along with 4 rushes rushes for 17 yards.
Okay, so he's a little bit of a crafty wide receiver. In Miami, they didn't know really what to do with him, especially with the amount of talent that they had over there. But Wilson is a veteran player with a ton of speed who can be effective and could find his role as a third or fourth player on the roster. And so they even with the depth that Miami has at the wide receiver spot, they were still thinking that he could be a contributor. They ended up obviously letting him walk, but it sounds like they really would have liked to re-sign him.
All right, well, their loss is our gain.
Yeah, and hopefully he can make some effect to our team. I do know that I think Amir Smith-Marcetta he had to leave practice today with a lower body injury and will be most likely missing the rest of spring camp. And so losing a wide receiver like that and then getting Wilson, I think is a reactionary measure to be able to fill that role. And he's one of those guys that's speedy, maybe could play a little bit of special teams as well. And so I'm super excited to see what his look is like on this purple and gold.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, if you want to show some support for our Vikings in their offseason, you can play our awesome eTab game, Vikings Victory. It's a tried and true eTab game that we all know and love, and you can check out that Skull Bingo bonus round and pick a lucky letter there and try and win some huge prizes as well. But as you guys were playing during our happy hour show, going from 4 to 6, the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, you guys took home some great prizes today, I'm sure, but you also took home some points as you guys competed against each other in the Jackpot Hunter standings.
Yeah, and in 10th place, we got Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill with 51,000 points, with 59,000 points. In 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. 7th place is actually a two-way tie between 2A Grill at Jimmy G's Bar and Kev over at the Deer Stand. They both have 61,000 points. 6th place is Kimmy over at Nisawa Legion with 63,000 points. With 64,000 points in 5th place, we got Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. 4th place is Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 67,000 points. With 83,000 points in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky over at American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Bowl over at Corner Bar Goodhue with 137,000 points. And with 151,000 points in 1st place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue.
Absolutely. They're definitely competing and trying their hand at getting all the points they can in this tail end of Season 11. And it's showing on the location standings as we have some crazy ties that have formed up. And in 10th place, we start off with Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale with 94,000. We jump right into a tie in 8th place between American Legion Fridley and Shady's Railside in Rice, both with 97,000. But with 110,000 points each, we jump right into yet another tie. 6th place locations, Riverboat Depot and Sartell is tied up with the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. Now in 5th place, we got the Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 119,000. With 132,000 in 4th place, it's Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place sits with Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 209,000 points. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 256,000. And in 1st place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue sitting with 405,000 points.
Definitely some great locations. They're really killing it during these games. But it does look like we've hit zeros in this one. And Kenny is that #1 player. We'll wait for the blue screen to call it official. But great stuff in this final game of wait, no, this is Fishing Derby, not the final game. The Fishing Derby game. And there it is, Kenny over at Graceville Bar and Lounge, taking home $58 on this one. We'll get the rest of that top 10 to you guys in just one moment as we're getting enrolled into the final game of this broadcast. A little bit of Jackpot Jungle 25-cent edition action.
Absolutely. I hope you guys are ready. And we're going to jump into some celebrity birthdays that were on this day. And if it's your birthday as well, send us in a little note and we'll make sure to shout you out as well. For sure.
And the first one is in 1801. Brigham Young, American religious leader of LDS.
The Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, and he is named after him is Brigham, BYU is named after him. And so just a big-time religious figure.
Absolutely. He, during his time as the church president, Young led his followers, the Mormon pioneers, from the Navajo and from Illinois to the Salt Lake Valley, and that's where they settled in Utah.
That's really interesting.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday, Brigham Young. Next up is one of your favorite celebrities.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't say she's a favorite. She's
Well,
more, she's just an icon.
It was one of your favorite from this list because you could only pick two, and you
yeah.
selected her.
Because I knew her. In 1926, Marilyn Monroe was born. Her original name was Norma Jean Morriston, and she's the American actress as well as, just icon in general. She's known for Some Like It Hot as well as many more.
Yeah, she's a very, very popular just icon outside of just the acting. She is an actress, singer, and model, famous for playing comedic blonde bombshell characters. She became one of the most popular icons in the 1950s and early 1960s, and really pushed even a new era into being.
Yeah, she really led the way of the freedom of feminist movement, trying to kind of free the body in a sense. She was definitely the face of that, and we just saw her just iconic Dear Mr. President dress worn to the Met Gala this past year by Kim Kardashian. There was a lot of mixed reviews on the take of whether or not it should have been worn or preserved. Typically, fashion is preserved, almost like monuments and stuff.
Yes.
But I think it was really a cool homage to her, and it was definitely
and Kim
the time.
worked hard to get to be able to fit in that dress because I'm pretty sure she didn't have any kind of adjustments to it.
No, I don't think she did either, but she definitely pushed herself to the limit for that. But it was definitely on theme with the gilded fame and glory theme of the Met Gala this year.
It fit that one. Next up in 1936, we got Morgan Freeman, American Academy Award-winning actor, one of the most iconic voices from this movie. Over the last, 3 decades?
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know. He's been doing it for a long time. He did Driving Miss Daisy, Glory, so many other different great things. Between his voice acting,
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, just being an actor in general, he's just been in a lot of great stuff.
I was gonna say, I wonder how many. At least 108 movies he's been in.
That is crazy.
That's insane.
Well, a long-spanning career where he still gets a lot of gigs to this day.
One of the most iconic voices in the industry.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Happy birthday, Morgan Freeman.
In 1957, Jeffrey Hawkins was born, the American inventor. He did the Palm Pilot as well as Trio. The Palm Pilot was huge. Yeah. I remember that was absolutely insane when that came out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure of what the Palm Pilot is.
It was basically it walked so the BlackBerry could run.
Really? So it was like the closest thing to a BlackBerry.
At least if I'm thinking of the right thing.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. Okay, so the first pen-based computer.
Yeah.
He soon realized that all personal computing ought to be smaller and simpler.
Yeah, it's like the first iPad in a sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we would have never had a lot of what we have today without him. Happy birthday, Jeff Hawkins. That's awesome.
It was huge in assistance positions and stuff like that.
I've seen him now that I'm realizing what it is. Happy birthday. Next up, born in 1961, we got Paul Coffey, a Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame defenseman. Won the Norris Trophy in 1984 and through 95, the 85 through 86 season, the 94 through 95 season, was a 14-time NHL All-Star, won the Stanley Cup in 84, 85, and 87 for the Edmonton Oilers.
And again in 1991 with Pittsburgh.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What an incredible hockey career.
He ranks second all time among NHL defensemen in goals, assists, and points, only behind Ray Borg.
Wow. Happy birthday, Paul Coffey.
Absolutely. I was hoping that he would have a fun nickname, as they typically do, but it doesn't say.
No.
Well, happy birthday. Next up, in 1973, another one that is a huge name in really just fashion, Heidi Klum, the German supermodel and TV presenter known for Project Runway, as well as her iconic Halloween looks. She goes all out on Halloween.
I wouldn't have known that. I just know about her in Project Runway.
I want to show you some of her Halloween costumes. She's gone as Fiona from Shrek.
Wow, she gets committed for these things.
She's done, like Jessica Rabbit.
That's so interesting.
She is like the Halloween queen.
I
love her when she dressed up as Fiona. I think she did it amazingly.
Yeah, I didn't even know that she
did this.
She did this, and
Oh
so
my gosh,
that's really
yeah.
interesting.
She's been doing it for like decades now. Like she's just gone insane each
It's
and
so
every
funny
year.
because she doesn't put out any of that kind of persona
No.
in her Project Runway
not at all.
performances.
Yeah, no, absolutely love her Halloween outfits. I look forward to seeing them every year.
We do have a line prize going out to Penny, La, and Amanda, as well as Joshua. All splitting up $41 on that one. Actually, I had a schoolmate that went to Project Runway Junior,
Yeah.
and you actually know her youngest brother, which is Dan.
Really?
Yeah, Daniel, he's probably the largest high schooler I've ever met because he's just jacked out of his mind.
He's amazing.
But his sisters are very small girls that
Petite
are
girls.
super into fashion, and
Wow.
she was really, really good at sewing. She's very talented. Went to New York, I think it was, to finish up to do her fashion design schooling, and I don't know what she's doing now, but it's she's really went far after being on Project Runway Junior.
That is incredible. We do have all those winners from Fishing Derby, though.
Yeah, let's finish up these celebrity birthdays.
Okay.
1974, Alana Morissette, Canadian-American vocalist, done a lot of big-time
Love her.
songs.
I'm hoping to see her in just a few months.
Yeah, 1981, Amy Schumer, American comedian, writer, and a producer, does Inside Amy Schumer, as well as a bunch of different TV roles.
Yeah.
1994, one of my favorite young actors, Tom Holland, English stage and film actor, did Billy Elliot, Spider-Man, has been on the stage for a very long time, since he's been a child.
Yeah, but I feel like he's really coming into his own these past couple years and finding his footing in the industry, which is really cool to see.
Oh, I loved him as a child. I couldn't see
I don't
him
necessarily
once he
remember
got
him.
into. Yeah, you'll have to see his roles because
Yeah.
he absolutely kills it as a kid, and
Okay.
there's not really much debating about it. Absolutely, really good stuff. But he's. I didn't know how I felt about him getting older, and
Oh.
so once he took over that Spider-Man role, being more of a teenage kid, I wasn't fully
On board with it.
Fully on board with it, but after a while, I've really, really gotten used to it, and I enjoy him a lot.
Right on. Well, I'll have to take a peek and see what else he's been in.
Yeah, he's definitely a great actor. We still are working on that $41 large M.
We got someone named Jordy out there playing. Nice to see you.
Ooh,
Hope
but
you win.
We got a top 10 of Fishing Derby that I'm going to go over as you're looking at movies of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
In 10th place, we got Hubba Hubba over at HR Patsy, taking home $35. $35 went out to Wench over at Scarta's Bar. 8th place, we had Leo over at American Legion Cleveland, taking home $35. $35 also went out to Bud over at Old Log Cabin. In 6th place, we had Gangster over at Stadium Sports Bar, taking home $35. Then we had Keeves over at Clearwater Corners, taking home $35. $46 went out to ETDJ over at Beer Stew Inn for Grove Heights. In 3rd place, we had Rud Dog over at LJ's, taking home $52. $52 went out to Hypnose over at Taberna. And in 1st place, we had Kenny over at Graceville Bar and Lounge, taking home $58.
Nicely done. We're working on this $41 large M and $13,125 on that jackpot, I should say.
Yeah, some great stuff. We'll see if we can give out anything on this one. But we got a little bit of NBA playoff action happening. I don't know if there's anything happening tonight, as those finals have just gotten set. And it looks like the first game of the finals between the Celtics and Warriors is happening tomorrow at 8 p.m., where the Boston Celtics are heading over to the Golden State Warriors.
All right. We'll have to see what happens.
You got some pre-series predictions?
Yeah, I was betting on them earlier this season, and they seem to be doing pretty well. I'm going to stay with the Celtics.
Ooh, that is a good one, but I'm going Golden State Warriors. They have the
Ooh.
championship caliber players. They got Steph Curry, who's won multiple championships.
Oh, I didn't know he played there.
Yeah, he plays for the Golden State Warriors. I do, though, to help you out with your point, the Boston Celtics are a matchup nightmare for the
Okay.
Golden State Warriors. They have some of the best guard defenders in the entire NBA, and their offensive powerhouses are over on the forward spots, where probably Golden State may be their weakest in the defensive category.
Okay.
And so we'll see if the matchups can get to Golden State Warriors, or if the experience will prevail prevail
Yeah.
in these NBA finals.
We'll definitely have to stay in the know about that. So come out tomorrow to watch that at 8 p.m. when they take on each other.
Oh, yeah, but we're going to top right back into the Twiking Zone, which is the combination of our Twins and Vikings bingo that we played during lunchtime. And let's just get right into these player standings.
Absolutely. And in 10th place, we got Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon. 9th place, we got Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill. Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar sits in 8th. We have Yo-Yo at 7th and over at Valley Inn. While in 6th, we got Bobo at Corner Bar and Good Hue. 5th place is with GTZ at the Midi. 4th place is Mikey Wins at Steve-O's. 3rd place is Sinbob's at Corky's Bar South Haven, but also playing at Corky's Bar South Haven. In 2nd place, it's Nan. And in 1st place, it's Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley.
Oh, yeah, the locations sit like this. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimball. 9th place is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 8th place is VFW Blaine. 7th place is Eagles Rochester. 6th place is Corner Bar in Goodhue. 5th place is our place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Steve-O's in Crystal. Before I get into that top 3, though, we do have a winner.
So L77 over at Outtakes, taking home $41. Nicely done. We got 10 balls left to go before we move past this jackpot.
Well, people are definitely in line to win this one. I'm excited. But let's hop into the top 3 of the top 3 locations in the Twiking Zone. In 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley with 446,000 points. Also in that 400,000 point club, in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. They're actually close to getting to the 500,000 point club. But in the 800,000 point club, in 1st place with exactly 852,000 points, we have VFW Spring Lake Park.
Absolutely impressive, but we have some fun movies that were released on this day that we'd like to talk about as well. And on this day in 1990, Total Recall was released.
Interesting. Love me a little bit of Total Recall.
I don't think I've seen this one.
There was also a 2012 version that came out, but we're talking about the 1990 version. The 1990 version, I think, has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Douglas Quaid. You got Sharon Stone, Michael Ironside, Dean Norris.
Oh, Dean Norris.
Yeah, he plays in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's in quite a few things.
Yeah, he does a really good job, and it's an iconic movie. It's Douglas Quaid, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, is a board construction worker in the year 2084 who dreams of visiting the colonized Mars. He visits Recall, a company that plants false memories into people's brains in order to experience the thrill of Mars into having traveled there. But something goes wrong due to the procedure. Quaid discovers that his entire life is actually a false memory, and that the people who implanted it in his head now want him dead.
Interesting.
Yes, it's iconic. I like it. It's a super fun movie.
I was going to say, that seems like a really cool plot. I might have to watch that. In 2007, the next one that was released is Knocked Up. This is a classic. Is this
Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen. I couldn't remember if it was him or Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. You also got
Katherine Heigl,
yeah.
Leslie Mann, Paul Rudd. I think this is the first movie that Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd did together.
Really?
Yeah. It also has Jonah Hill, Jason Segel, Jay Baruchel, Maud Apatow,
Martin Starr.
Martin Starr.
Yeah.
I love Martin Starr.
You got
it's got Iris Apella. It's got Leslie Mann's 2 daughters in there acting
Kristen
with her.
Wiig.
Yeah, Charlene Yee, she's amazing. Bill Hader, he's
Ken
fun.
Jeong.
Yeah. Just so many
Craig
people.
Robinson. I love
Steve
that actor.
Carell.
That's super fun. But we do have to get back into who just won the final game. Mad Dog over at VSW East St. Cloud taking home the Musco prize of $62. Good job, Mad Dog, getting the great win in this final game. And since we are in the final game, I do have a player to talk about, as Bobo won the biggest jackpot of the weekend over at American Legion Austin, taking home $3,225. And everybody playing at American Legion Austin is supporting a great charity.
Absolutely. While you're playing at that location, you support the American Legion Post 91 Austin. Their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans, veterans, their families, our military, and our communities by our devotion to mutual helpfulness.
Yeah, so as you guys are playing a little bit of Skull Bingo, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
Is to serve the community. Pilot games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, and we love playing Jackpot Hunter from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. 1, to give out great jackpots, but 2, to give out points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. And you guys have been killing it in those standings so far.
Absolutely. They've been so competitive, and so I'm going to hop right in because we have some craziness happening. In 10th place, we have Spazwell at the Gas Can Bar and Grill, who sits with 51,000 points. With 59,000 in 9th place, we got Brother Nat over at the Chart House. Then we jump right into a crazy 3-way tie in 6th place between Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar, as well as Kev at the Deer Stand. All 3 players have 61,000.
That
right?
is a crazy tie right there.
Oh, just wait. They are so close-knit. Even in 5th place, only 2,000 points separating them. Kimmy at Niswa Legion sits with 63,000. And right ahead of them with 64,000. In 4th place, we have Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hanger, 45. Then we get into some not so tight-knit races, as in 3rd place, we have Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley with 83,000. With 124,000 in 2nd place, we have Bull at Corner Bar and Goodhue. And then in 1st place, we have Bobo, also at Corner Bar and Goodhue, but with 151,000.
Definitely some great players out there getting it done in Jackpot Hunter. And the locations that they are playing at have been killing it so far. And in 10th place, we got Billy's Rockford with 88,000 points. With 92,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Shady's Real Side and Rice with 95,000 points. With 104,000 points in 6th place, we actually have a 2-way tie between the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop and Riverboat Depot in Sartell. 5th place is Gas Can Bar and Grill in Brainerd with 116,000 points. With 126,000 points in 4th place, we got Concordia Lanes in New Ulm. 3rd place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 195,000 points. 2nd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 233,000 points. And then that number 1 location, Corner Bar and Goodhue, 392,000 points.
Wow, I can't wait to see them get to that 400,000 point club. But make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 4 to 6 during our happy hour shows to try your hand at the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter.
There it is, 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey, you guys, and we get each and every day started off right with our Twins Bingo each and every day from 12 to 1, and you guys are trying your hand each day for that hour span to get some points as well as some cash.
Oh, yeah, and in the Twiking Zone, the player standings, 10th place, we got Pooba over at Brian's Bar and Grill with 107,000 points. With 110,000 points, in 9th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with 124,000 points. With 126,000 points in 7th place, we got Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. 6th place is Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with 136,000 points. With 160,000 points in 5th place, we got GTZ over at the Midi. 4th place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 168,000 points. With 183,000 points in 3rd place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. Now we get into the 200,000 point club, because in 2nd place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with exactly 200,000 points. Then with 256,000 points, the #1 player, Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine.
That is pretty impressive, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings because in 10th place, we start off with Main Street Pub in Kimball, who sits with 166,000. With 211,000 in 9th place, we have VFW Blaine in Blaine. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 220,000. With 268,000 in 7th place, we have Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. 6th place is Steve-O's and Crystal with 282,000, hopping into a tie between them and Eagles Rochester, also with that 222,000 point marker. In 4th place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue sitting with 287,000. Then with a whopping 403,000 points in 3rd place, we have American Legion Fridley. Second place is Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting with 490,000. And then with a whopping 784,000 points, in first place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, we always have fun during that Twins bingo, so come out during that lunchtime from 12 all the way till 1 to have your own shot at some big prizes.
Hope to see you there.
Hey guys, and one of my favorite parts of being here is being able to give out huge jackpots to you guys, but we weren't able to be here during the weekend, and so let's highlight some of those jackpots that went out during the weekend because we had some big ones.
Absolutely, and we start off with a bang with the biggest jackpot of the weekend on Friday, who went out to the crazy kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home a whopping $35,310.85.
Good job. We also had Shmee over at Hollandale 3-1, taking home $1,050.65.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Cam 284 over at the Maple Lake Bowl, who took home $611.25.
Then the final jackpot on Friday went out to Nut over at Casey's Saloon, taking home $627.40.
Absolutely, but Saturday got started off right as Cobber 89 over at the Club 57 Starfire Grill, who got to take home $5,313.
Then we had DCT over at Red Fox Tavern, taking home $648.70.
Nicely done. Next up, we had P&J over at the Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Blaine, who took home $1,626.85.
Yeah, as the final jackpot on that Saturday.
Nope, we had one more.
We did have one more. I'm
That's right.
getting too ahead of myself. DDKC over at American Legion Ashby took home $827.20. Good job as the final jackpot on Saturday.
That's right, but Sunday got started off right, as well as Freakin' over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 got to take home $10,419.84.
Second largest jackpot of the weekend. But the final jackpot of the weekend went out to Rick's over at Elmdale Watering Hole, taking home $656, giving us 492 total jackpots in this season 11. We're working towards that 500 jackpot amount. We'll see if we can hit there this week. Super exciting stuff. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Yeah.